Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to find out what is really going on behind those big fancy words. Today, we're diving into Huntington Bancshares Incorporated's latest report, and let's just say things got a little more interesting than usual with a major acquisition. Before we jump in, if you are tired of corporate jargon and want clear, simple insights into company moves, hit that subscribe button. And for a deeper dive into finance and to chat with fellow decoding enthusiasts, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. All right. So what we have here is a current report filed by Huntington Bancshares Incorporated. Think of this as a company shouting out important news that shareholders and the public need to know right away. This report comes to us from the United States, which is pretty standard for publicly traded companies here. The key date here is the 20th of October, 2025. This is when something pretty significant happened, and the company is letting everyone know about it on this date. We're talking about Huntington Bancshares Incorporated, an established player in the banking world. They're incorporated in Maryland, file number 1 to 34,073. And their IRS employer identification number is 31-0724920. Their headquarters are located at 41 South High Street in Columbus, Ohio. They've got a national presence, and their main phone number is 614-480-2265. No former name or former address to report here. So nothing has changed on that front recently.
This part is just about how this report fits in with other potential filings. It is a bit of legal housekeeping, making sure they're following all the right rules for different types of communications.
Now, let's look at the publicly traded securities that Huntington has. They have several classes of depository shares related to their preferred stock. These are basically ownership pieces of preferred stock. For example, there are depository shares representing a 1/40th interest in their 4.500% Series H non-cumulative
perpetual preferred stock. They also have Series I and Series J preferred stock, with different interest rates and structures.
and, of course, their main common stock, trading under the symbol HBN, with a par value of $0.01 per S-share. All of these are listed on the NASDAQ exchange. Huntington is not an emerging growth company. This means they are a more established company that doesn't qualify for some of the eased reporting requirements available to newer, smaller businesses. This section is about announcing results or changes in their financial condition. Huntington issued a press release on the 20th of October, 2025, announcing the completion of 2 significant mergers. This press release contains combined company financial information for the quarter ending the 30th of September,
2025, and it is incorporated by reference here.
This is where the big news lies: other events. On the 20th of October 2025, which they call the closing date, Huntington successfully completed its previously announced acquisition of Veritex Holdings, Incorporated. This was done through an agreement and plan of merger. Essentially, Veritex merged into Huntington, with Huntington continuing as the main company. Following that, Veritex Community Bank merged with and into the Huntington National Bank, with Huntington National Bank surviving as the primary bank. So, what did this acquisition mean for Veritex shareholders? For every share of Veritex common stock they held, they received 1.95 shares of Huntington common stock. This is called the exchange ratio, and these new Huntington shares are the merger consideration. If this exchange resulted in a fraction of a share, they received cash instead. The deal also covered Veritex's stock options and restricted stock units. Options with an exercise price below the value of the deal were cashed out, with the difference going to the option holder. Options with an exercise price at or above the deal value were canceled without any payout. For restricted stock units, they were converted into Huntington common stock, with any performance goals considered met at their target levels. This entire transaction is a pretty big move, significantly expanding Huntington's operations. This section is all about the supporting documents for the report. They've included Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release dated the 20th of October, 2025. This is where you'd find more details about the financial information related to the merger. This press release is incorporated by reference into the report, meaning it is officially part of the filing. And Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file, formatted as an inline XBRL document. This is an electronic format that is easier for computers to read and process, making financial data more accessible.
Now we move to the signatures, which is the official sign-off from the company's authorized personnel confirming the accuracy of the report.
This report is signed by Marcy C. Hingst, who is the General Counsel for Huntington Bancshares Incorporated. She is attesting that everything in this report is true and correct to the best of her knowledge. The date of the signature is the 20th of October, 2025, the same day the significant events were reported. So, what is the big story here? Huntington Bancshares just finalized a major acquisition of Veritex Holdings. This isn't just a small adjustment. It is a strategic move to increase their size and market presence.
They exchanged Veritex's stock for their own, essentially pulling Veritex into the Huntington family. The financial details shared in the press release they've attached will give us a clearer picture of the combined financial health and performance in the latest quarter. Looking at the broader picture,
This acquisition signals a strong ambition from Huntington to grow. By merging with Veritex, they're likely aiming to gain market share, expand their customer base, and potentially achieve cost savings through operational synergies. However, integrating two companies, especially banks, is a complex process.
There are always risks involved in combining different systems, cultures, and customer bases. The success of this merger will hinge on how well Huntington can integrate Veritex and leverage the combined entity's strengths without stumbling over potential integration challenges. The key now is to watch how these combined financial results play out in the upcoming quarters and to see if the promised benefits of this merger will truly materialize. It is a bold move, and we'll be keeping a close eye on Huntington to see how they navigate this new chapter. All right.
That is our breakdown of Huntington Bancshares' latest filing. What is your take on this acquisition and what it signals for the company's future? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really supports the channel, and subscribe for more straightforward deconstructions of corporate news. And don't forget to join our thriving Discord community linked in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.